Homework color pens. Homework out color pens. Answers are up.
I don't need to check because I know I did everything.
Are we going to go over the homework now?
We will, as soon as we turn in homework, we go back to notes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Today is the 24th. Thank you.
Oh, hold on,
I got
let's
these.
get a quick check.
Look, I got these.
Thank you.
Alan, checking homework? Alright, come on. You guys can check the odds in the back of the book, but you need to check the evens, right? Alright, you're checking your homework.
I said this was the last time I was going to do that.
Yeah, I remember that you said yesterday, so I told it to you. I'm like, it's okay.
Is it okay for number 19 if we gave
-9 and
What was number 4?
Good roll.
I'm going to scroll down in just a second.
It's 76.
Tyler just asked, could you have written this in standard
catch it.
form? And the answer is yes. You could have done -9a squared plus 64. I actually like that better, but the book didn't mind you writing it this way either. Yeah, this way's okay too. The way it's up on the board is okay. Alright, I'm scrolling down. The rest of the answers are up there. Now guys, remember, the TAs are checking a few things. They're checking to make sure you're putting your heading on, number 1. They're checking to make sure that you write the question, number 2.
What is the check mean, bud?
Check means 100%.
Okay.
Sorry, a new TA was grading it. In my other classes, I just do like checks. If you guys get a check in my class, it's a good thing. A check on a test means you got this part right. A check on the homework means 100%.
And minus a check as well. 60.
Was alright?
Yeah, you're alright.
Wrong. I don't count the
Alright, one more minute, but if you guys already have a question, I'm ready to take it. For homework number 26, raise a hand, I'll call on you. Ava, what do you got? 27. Justin, what do you got?
Yes.
Well, let's just, hold on. 31. Who else? Josh.
I go back to the sheet. Actually, never mind.
You okay?
Maybe, 22.
Okay.
Did you say the Bible verse, right? You got the Bible verse, right?
And this is something that keeps on going higher than that, so how do you
I'm getting pressure.
Come on, Josh.
Angel, any questions?
No.
No, you're good? 27. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on the questions I saw. That was yours too. Oh, that's one?
I got 25, 27.
Oh, maybe we can get some more. Okay. Let me go ahead and zoom in over here on your book. Caleb, I know you were gone, but they weren't. You checked your homework, okay? Alright, so we're going to start with number 22. That was the first question, then 25 through 27. These were the weird ones, remember? It's cool if you can learn how to do them, but it's also okay if you don't. Alright, we'll come back to 25 through 27. Let's first of all, though, look at number 22. Kiddos, 22. Could we do 22 the old-fashioned way? Yes or no? Yeah, we can do 22 the old-fashioned way. However, is there a shortcut that we saw yesterday as to how to do number 22? And the answer is yes. Now, it's 7n plus 8n. Zoom in real quick. Make sure I write it right. Is it plus 8n? And then 7n minus 8n? Got it. I'm going to go ahead and try the shortcut. And if you guys were working on homework last night, remember, when it's the exact same thing, one is a sum, one is a difference, what is always going to cancel? If you did it the normal way.
If you did it the normal way, it's... Wait, are we saying the answer?
Remember the normal way? The normal way is FOIL, right? That's one normal way?
Am I saying the answer?
Okay, J. Yeah. Focus, okay. The normal way, if the normal way is FOIL, do you remember what's always going to cancel out from yesterday's lesson?
Oh, the negative.
The insides. Yeah, the positive and negative insides. Aren't the insides the oi? Remember? Was it yesterday the oi?
Only the food.
Only the full. What's the full? Ready? The shortcut.
First and last.
First. What's 7n times 7m?
49m. Squared.
49. Careful. Times.
Squared.
Times. It's okay. It's easy to do. It's easy to do.
And then
Good.
64 and squared.
And then the last, just the two i's, that's it. Why is it a minus?
Because it's a negative and a positive.
Yeah, it's a negative and a positive, right? So minus 8 times 8, 64, n times n squared. 22, is that all right?
See.
Let's go check out 25 to 27 and see what was going on there. They did get tricky. Now, once again, these were the mental math ones. These were the mental math ones, meaning, guys, if you don't get 25 to 27, it might be a bonus on a quiz or test. It might be a bonus, but it's not a big deal. It's not like a huge idea I'm going to test a lot. So, Angel, if you don't get 25, 27, Ava, if you don't get it, we'll look at them, but it's not a big deal. All right? Josh, go ahead. Yes, ma'am. Number 25, 26, 27, I'm writing them down so we can check them out real fast. 25 says 16 times 24. All right, the extra talking, cut it down, cut it down. It is a happy Friday. Hopefully you guys are coming to the girls' semi
Oh, I can't.
final tomorrow,
I can't, bro. What?
especially boys basketball.
Wait, is it for varsity or JV?
Varsity.
In basketball? No,
So Jazzy says you don't come.
Indoor soccer. Indoor tennis.
All right. Especially if you're at Tuesday's game, you should also be at Saturday's game.
I can't.
I know. No judgment if you can't, but I'm saying you should try.
I will try.
It'll be a good game, right, Jazzy?
Did somebody say that we got to win?
Yeah, they are playoff games. If you buy tickets ahead of time, it's just $5.
Yeah, it's $5 at the door.
Oh, $5. All right, kiddos. Let's talk about how to get it done. 27 was good. Kiddos, you're killing me. Angel, Ava, Jackson. All right, we're all on the same page. These ones got tricky. They're different, they're weird. Let's just talk it out real fast. Question, if you were to round number 16, or the number 16 on 25 right here, if you were to round 16 to the nearest 10, what would it be? You'd round up to 20, right? 20, but take away 4, good. Round 24 to the nearest 10s, it'd be down, wouldn't it? 20, but plus 4. Now, wait. Jamie, had you moved back here today, so I just completely distracted. So then you're going to focus on it?
It's
It
good.
was mostly because of yesterday, day before.
It's good.
Alan.
Do you have first aid kit with Band-Aids?
Yeah.
Like licks or pop?
Oh, bummer. That's never fun. Look at the side of my computer back there. There should be a white box. Oh, by the computer. There you go. White box. There you go. Number 26, guys. Round 33 to the nearest 10. What would he be? 30. But? Plus 3. And then 27, round to the nearest 10. 30 minus 3. Now, why was 27 weird? Round 42. Isn't that 40 plus 2?
Oh, like. See, that's what I did wrong.
And then 40 plus 2. Now, Johnny said a second ago, like, wait, 27 was weird. And Johnny, you're right? It's not like the other ones. But it's still one of the special ones from the section in that it's a perfect square.
40 plus 2.
Yep, there's both the same thing. Now, hold on. For 25 and 26, can't we do our trick of first and last? Right?
Yes.
So first would be, how many of you guys figured out 20 times 20? 400. With the minus, what's last? Now, some of you, it might be kind of hard to do that, but just think of 20 minus 16 or 100 minus 16.
Oh, no.
It's going to be 384. Most people would find that one subtraction easier than this crazy multiplication.
Yeah, I thought you just multiply both on together.
Well, I mean, you can do that in a calculator, but this is trying to show you a way of like mental math, doing it faster than 2-column multiplication if you didn't have a calculator.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Once again, not the biggest point of the section, just one of the applications.
Also, can you just show work to do it? Let's like do it. You know how you put 24 on top, 16 on the
You
bottom.
could do it that way. You could do it that way. I would say it seems kind of harder that way, but you could. 30 times 30, 900. 3 times 3, 9. Wait, what goes in between? Minus, that's a shortcut. It's going to end up being 891. Right? Now, hold on, wait. The last one's the weirdest one. Let's go ahead and sit on it. Are we okay, guys?
Oh yeah, I just called.
1,782.
So then number 27.
64.
Back in. How do we multiply? You can't do the trick, right?
I don't know.
You can't do the first last because it's not 1 plus 1 minus. So wait a minute, isn't this the one we're never going to get wrong because we're just going to do it the right way? Right?
Yeah.
Okay, how do we do this the right way? Angel, give me 1 second, okay? Don't we do first 1,600? Outer, what's 2 times 40?
80.
Inner, oops, wait, it's the nose, sorry, wrong way. Nose, plus 80. And then last is 4.
I still don't see it.
So it's,
You could have, but if you remember, if you do 40 plus 2 quantity squared, remember even the calculus kids get this mixed up?
Yeah.
Because they don't solve it. But yeah, you could have written it that way. Make sure you solve it right.
Yeah.
The final answer would be, at the end of the day, 1764. If you guys can mental math that, that's awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh, I did get it right.
Right. But does it make sense how the process goes?
Yeah.
That one you have to do first, outer, inner, and last because it's not plus minus. Now number 31, there was one more question. We're just going to peek at it really fast. And Justin, you said it was just like more of an idea kind of question, right?
so, 31, what they did wrong, I did, he killed the puppy.
Yeah, you can say killed the puppy because that's exactly what happened.
He killed a puppy.
Number 31, he killed the puppy. This is a mistake that you're supposed to be avoiding.
Should have killed a dinosaur.
Over there. Isn't that right? What's on the ground?
Ankles.
Alright, number 31, long story short, kill the puppy. Let's make sure no notes are being passed back and forth all the time. Still. But hey, put it on. Thanks, buddy. Alright, kiddos, let's go ahead and get that homework turned into me. But as you do that, we had better be open in our notes to the warm-up. Here we go. You guys are supposed to try to fill in the blanks. If you have not filled in the blanks yet, if you guys get other people's homework, try to make it nice and neat, like a straight pile, okay?
I'll regrab Justin.
Alright, any more homeworks coming in? There's some more. Thank you. Okay, Tyler, it's not in normal speed, so make sure that you're super focused. Alright, any more homeworks? Okay. There we go. Okay, so here we are. How did you fill in? Okay, wait.
Go to work.
Alan. Wow. Come on, we've been doing really good this week, yeah? Let's not mess it up on Friday. Now, really good isn't non-stop, but it does mean after we had a little heart-to-heart a couple days ago, we did really good yesterday. Pretty, yeah, it wasn't bad.
You ran no minutes.
Now, if I can get a few of you guys caught up in your notes so we can all be on the same page, we'll be even better on Monday. So, let's talk about 7.4. It's actually not bad. This is an introduction, so it's not going to be crazy hard, but guys, it does introduce a super important idea in Algebra 1. Okay, we already talked about killing puppies. Technically, we've talked about killing seals and trying to avoid that mistake. The seal says if you have a negative on the outside, he better come in to each of the terms on the inside. So what we're about to talk about, factoring. Factoring, and hopefully he doesn't, as long as we keep that negative going. However, factoring is super important. The nice thing is on Monday, we're actually going to take a quick break and review 7.1 to 7.4, which most of you guys have been doing better on. You've been feeling a little bit more confident on, which is good. We're going to review 7.1 to 7.4. We're going to have a quiz on 7.1 to 7.4. It's coming up probably on Tuesday. No, we need to finish that. Maybe on Wednesday. So get caught up this weekend, okay? Here we go. How should you have filled in the blank for number 1?
Zero.
Tyler. He stole it. Alan, what is it?
Zero.
0. Number 2, Tyler.
5 plus -5.
Good. Number 3, Jordan. Nice. Number 4, Justin.
5 times 0.
Does that make sense to you?
Number 1 is in order.
That'd be -5. So good idea. Still a 5. Yeah. If it was -5, Jackson. First.
I had him all right.
Good. Now let's keep going. Rob, what'd you do for number 5 then?
I got 0.
Good. For number 6, Johnny, what do you think?
-6.
Are you Johnny?
No, stealing. All right. We'll steal for Rob. It is -X. Johnny, how about number 7?
Oh yeah.
How about this? It's the same.
Yeah. Times 1. And then Griffin, number 8.
0.
Got it. Now, guys, out of all of these, now maybe not all of you figured out all of them, but do they make sense right now?
Yeah.
Okay? The most important one that we're going to focus on today is number 8.
Oh, I was gonna say that.
Technically, number 4 and 8, did you guys realize that I totally related the two across?
Yeah.
Okay. Technically, number 4 and 8. Okay, but number 4 and 8 is the most important one. And guys, this shouldn't be a hard idea, right?
No.
Here's the question that we're going to try and answer today, or actually we're going to use today. In order to figure out when a product equals 0, for a product to equal 0, at least one of the terms has to be 0. That's it. That's the most important idea for today. In order for an equation to equal 0, a product, at least one of the terms must be 0. Okay? Let's go ahead and get into our notes. First of all, before we can get really far in, we got to talk about what is factored form. Those are, you guys have seen factors with numbers, haven't you? You've seen factors like if we were trying to find the factors of, say, 64, wouldn't we break that down into like 2s?
Is it 7.4?
Yeah.
This is 7.4. That's what we wrote down the page before. Okay, like we've done factoring with numbers, right? We keep on going, keep on going, keep on going, keep on. Holy cow, there's a lot of 2s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Long story short, we can factor in order to figure out that 64 is really just 2 to the 6. We figured out the factors of 64. The factors are 2. However, we're doing polynomials now, right?
Oh yeah.
So we gotta figure out what are factors of polynomials.
Oh crap.
And in order to help us out, wait, it's okay. Does x plus 3 times x plus 2 really look that scary? Nope. I don't think so. If I want you to fill in the equals blank, what do you think we're going to do?
0.
We're going to multiply, because that's a product, right?
Good.
Some of you are trying to mental math it, and if you can do that, that's awesome.
Let's go.
Awesome. Love it.
That's
If you can jump to the answer, that's really cool. If you can't, then you maybe should have done some work. If you want, we haven't practiced the box today. Okay, Josh, good job. We haven't practiced the box in a while, so if that's your preferred way, we can go ahead and set it up. X squared. We have 3x and 2x. Do you guys see how I got the plus 5x?
I do.
See it? Here's the long story short. Even though we can solve this different ways, I wanted to actually, the point wasn't whether or not you can solve it.
Did you get the 5x?
If we FOIL it, or if we
Because
do
it's
the
3x
box,
plus 2x.
there's a 3x and a 2x that come together to be a 5x. Okay. The important part wasn't can you multiply. The important part was what are the names of each of these sides. All right, my puzzle people, puzzle's done. Back to our notes. Word for word. Here we go. Word for word. No, it's a cool puzzle though. Hold on. After Christmas. Okay, I'm coming back. Guys, I want you to name the left-hand side. This is called the factored form. Don't worry, today is not going to be too crazy, which means this weekend is a great time to get caught up. Remember how a lot of you guys liked last night's homework? Or maybe the night before's? This homework won't be bad. It's the beginning of 7-4.
It is.
You have time to work this weekend on maybe some corrections or getting caught up, or maybe both.
I was thinking out loud.
Yeah. We break it up. When you guys, like, if you were to get into like pre-cal cal, and kind of give like 2 or 3 days with like a bigger homework, and you figure out when to do it. But in 9th grade, we usually try to break it up. Oh, it means section. It's like a mathematical abbreviation for section.
So it's a section.
Yeah, it just means section. But you're right, it is an SS. Now guys, hold on. On the right-hand side, technically this is called, and we know this one already, we've already learned it, Rob, focus. This is called standard form. We know that one already, right? So we have factored form on the left, we have standard form on the right. So we've seen this one before, right? We've gotten this one in like answers before. And we've seen this one before like in questions. Now here's the crazy part. Up until this point, this one right here has been the question. This one right here has been the answer. Factoring, we're going to go backwards. This one on the right is going to be the question. This one on the left is going to be the answer. We're going to have to figure out from this, where did it come from? And some of you are like, oh, I think I can figure that out. And we're not even doing crazy factoring today. You're okay. But that's not today's goal. The nice thing is we don't have to learn all this crazy factoring today. All we need to learn how to use is this zero product property, okay? Get the property down, super important. But you guys already know the property with numbers. All we gotta do is apply it to polynomials. So, if the product of two factors, back to old it's not working. The property says, oh, sorry. If the product of two factors equals 0, then at least one of the people, one of the pieces must be 0. That's it. If the product of two factors equals 0, then at least one of the factors must be 0. But you guys already knew that, because just a moment ago when I asked you, now you don't have to write it again, but when I asked you 5 times who is 0, in order for a multiplication to be 0, somebody has to be 0. There's no other way to get it, right?
Unless you're. Oh no. Yeah.
In order to make 0, in order to equal 0, a multiplication has to have a 0. Now question, kiddos. Would you get super confused if I was to actually change it up and do something like this? Is it way harder?
Nope. It's just.
It's just 0 again, right? No big deal. So we know this property. We just got to apply it to polynomials. We just got to apply it to polynomials. Now guys, we're going to see how to apply it to polynomials in just a moment. But first of all, on the next page, we have an activity that we have to figure out how to do.
Yay!
I am not going to tell you right or wrong. I'm going to take volunteers to go up to the board and place something in the right position. I can take 5 people the first time, and then if we get it wrong, then we'll have to take some more people to try to fix it, right? But wait. Before we practice the zero product property, we're going to have to try to match factored forms with standard forms. Factored forms with standard forms. So the next page, the activity, factored forms to standard forms. Let's see if we can work together as a class to figure it out. You get the entire page and as it freezes the meth opera. I want to see a hand if someone sees something they can place. Jay, go on up. You click and drag the blue into the spot above which one it matches with.
Oh, I gotta do that right now.
I'm kind of.
Okay, Rob, go on up. Do you see one?
Yeah.
Click and drag the blue into the places where they should go. Which factored forms match the standard forms?
If I get it wrong,
I can't see the bottom of the.
Oh, sorry.
It equals 0.
I think it's just equals 0.
She's like, I know the answer. I'll find the moment.
Hey, the rest of you guys be looking. Well,
Good job.
hey, be looking.
I have. What?
Jordan, come on. See if you can make a match.
Oh, wait.
Good job, Bob.
I'm live.
All right. That's it. Just one, Rob. Someone else has to help out.
Wait, how is it? What's not too late?
I don't know. He thinks it's right, though. Remember, the standard form has been simplified already. The outer and the inner has been combined. If you can make a
I'm
match.
putting it on. What do you have?
Who else can make a match? Raise your
Oh.
hand. If you have one, Josh, go up. Make a
I
match.
think I have one.
Yeah.
I think I'm wrong though, but you know, we can always try.
I'm believing.
Nah. We can't change anyone's answer yet. Try to make a match, and then if we're wrong, then we'll try to fix it.
Go.
Sorry, Caleb, I know what you're doing. Just back this way, people can trip up.
Okay.
Okay, Angel, let me see. Go make one.
Oh,
Oh.
Start at this again.
Yeah, Jackson sees one he thinks. Johnny, maybe? Alright,
Can I change one?
Jackie's
we're making
gonna
matches.
go.
Factored forms with standard forms.
He said no.
Johnny, do you agree with what you thought?
I got the last one.
No. Go make it, Johnny. We'll see if it's right.
What?
oh, yeah, it is right. I just did it right.
There's only one more left, Johnny.
Johnny can only do one. Johnny,
Yeah, but he's trying to see if he agrees with it or not.
It is.
Johnny,
I'm just letting you know it is.
I just.
He's gonna try it. He's gonna try it.
Good, Jeff.
That one's like.
Alright. Now hold on, we gotta see it and check. We gotta see it and check. Jordan, before I let you go.
Where's the one that I got? I forgot. Go on,
That one
yeah.
goes here. That one, the one on the right goes to the middle.
I was right. I will be so happy.
Okay, well, what is it?
No, this is wrong. Yours goes to the middle one.
Hold on. How can you be checking this? I have a lot of you
Do
guys
it.
looking at it. Do what?
Do the that one's right.
Yeah, you
Or click the
foil
button,
stuff.
check.
Alright, let's
Yes,
check.
it
Let's
is.
check. Let's check.
Yes! Yes!
Oh, I was wrong.
What
I was
side?
wrong.
Huh?
What?
Now
Let's
hold
get it,
on.
Angel. I got mine right. We ain't wrong. We ain't wrong.
Alan,
He's
You're
right.
right.
Sorry.
You wrong.
Alright, come back. The way you check. Plus.
Hey, Johnny.
Okay, goes back to the front. How would you actually be able to check it? Wouldn't you go one by one and do what, Josh?
You do you could do foil.
Yeah, you could do foil or the table or distributor. You guys did
Or
a good job. You
vertical.
made a match.
Or shortcut.
So we kind of get the idea. Now listen. Thanks, Josh. You get the idea of standard form matches to a factored form. But we've once again usually been going from the factors to multiplying standard and combining like terms. We're gonna eventually, maybe the next section, maybe the next section, we'll try to be going backwards. It's a little bit harder, but that's not the point of this today's section. The point is this is called factored form. And this is called what? Standard form. This is called standard form, and this is called what? Wait, what's this one? That one? That one? That one?
Standard.
Woo! All right. Last thing for today. Last thing for today. Well, hold on. Word for word. Write it down. How do we solve polynomial? Wait. This looks different. Look at that example. Okay, hold on. Write it down.
I see that example.
All right, write it down.
Okay.
This is exactly what you got on the test.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna know how to do it.
All right, come on, guys. This might get a little confusing. But not too bad. Not too bad. Now, before I start writing, as you guys are, I need to go back and get this version. We got it. Before we go much further, guys, this is called factored form.
Okay.
Okay. This is in factored form, but some of you might be like, wait, it doesn't look the same as the last page.
What?
But it is, and why? Does anybody see the two different terms? Jay, we can leave it. We'll get it right after. Back up to the front. I see x minus 4. That looks like a factor, like one of the pieces, right? But who's kind of weird?
2x.
It's 2x.
Yes. Distributed.
Would it look better if I wrote parentheses?
Distributed.
Does that look better? I don't know, maybe not, but guys, even though it looks a little bit different than the page before, it's really the same idea. It's factored because we have what's going on in between these two. What operation is that? Multiplication. Okay, so back. What's going on in between? Multiplying. Okay.
2x times x.
Okay. So multiplication is going on in between. Now hold on. Alan. In order to make it 0, guys, hold on. We just talked about this. In order to make 0, what has to be true about one of the pieces being multiplied? One, well, no, not x. One of them has to equal 0. Now here's what you do. First of all, in order to use our property, the 0 prime property,
X equals 0.
one side has to be 0.
Wait, that's actually true.
Okay? In order to use the property, one side has to be 0. One side is not 0, all bets are off. We gotta do something else. Now the nice thing is, in homework, numbers 3 through 20 all, every single one has equals 0. So step number 1 is already checked out. Josh. Oh wait, not yet. But thanks, hang on to that because I'm going to come right back to you, okay? Stay focused. Thank you. So make sure one side is equal to 0, and I just said 3 through 20, they're all equal to 0, so guess what? We can say check, good, done. Number 2 says get into factored form. Debate, Angel, focus. Number 2 says get into factored form. Guess what? It is in factored form, and the reason we know that is because of, look, what am I underlining?
Multiplication.
There's multiplication going on in between. It's in factored form. Guess what? Numbers 3 through 20, they're already in factored form. The only thing you have to do in numbers 3 through 20 for section 7.4 to get us introduced to this really crazy kind of hard topic of algebra 1 is number 3. Put a star by it.
Yes, Steve.
Put a star by it. Okay, that's not necessary. Coming on back. Split up the factors. Now guys, hold on. Josh, what are the factors that are in this equation up at the top? Tell me one of them.
2x.
Got it. Split it up. Take 2x. Ian, you writing word for word?
Oh, I got you.
Oh, what a great friend.
Got you, man.
Alright.
Do I have it?
Alan, you write word for word?
I already read it.
I know, but I just wrote down 2x and a star. Did you get that?
No.
Alright, let's get it.
Oh, baby.
So, split up the factors. 2x is 1. Kaylee, what's the other factor? Got it. Split them up. Now, hold on. Split them up how? Setting each one equal to 0. Each factor.
So x equals
Now, wait. Hey, you got it written down, Jazzy? You got it?
That's the wrong
2x equals 0 and x minus 4 equals 0. Now, the last thing is just solve it.
Yeah.
Solve it how? Solve it using algebra. Now, guys, can't we just solve it up above? I'm not going to do it below. I'm going to do it above. So how do we solve? Kaylee, you already said x equals what? 4. How'd she do it? Well, how do we always get x by itself? If it's minus, we add, right? No big deal.
Oh.
On the other side, on the left. How do we get it by itself? X by itself. Caleb, what do we do? The other one.
Do this to them.
We solve this side. How do we solve this one? Careful. Good idea. Not minusing because, wait. Why though? 2 times x. Read it in your mind. 2 times x. How do you undo multiplication? Division. Got it. Divide by 2, divide by 2. Everybody, what's 2 over 2? What happened? Yeah, they reduced. So 1x equals, now here's what gets a little bit harder, but what's 0 divided by anybody? Do we got it? 0 divided by anybody? 0. Now here's why. Remember the division problem? 4 divided by 2. We know this one, right? What's 4 divided by 2? 2. Why? Well, 4 divided by 2 is asking the question, 2 times what is 4? And the answer is 2. We fill
It's
it
like
in.
we did earlier.
0 over 2 is, well, 2 times what is 0? What do we fill it in with?
Settle.
Yeah, that's what's going on. But that's just like crazy behind the
I know
scenes
what's
math.
there.
So kiddos, here we go. Ready? For today, all you gotta do is be able to tell me the 2 answers. Put a little or, actually not even or.
Oi.
You can put an and because they're both answers.
That is true.
So
And guess what? We're done.
Wait, do you have to write both that?
Hooray.
We're done. So wait, hold on. 2 examples. Actually, 3 examples.
So we're done.
We're done with notes. Now just 3 quick examples. Guys, I'm adding a minute. Come on. You're killing me. Not literally, figuratively. We can't get stuff done. I know. So let's focus because it's extra hard to get stuff done. Here we go.
Okay.
You see that? Oh, sorry. I don't have a sweatshirt on. Question number 1. How do I solve? Okay, Jay, come on. Just move back one for me, real quick, just with your paper. Bring your notes with you. Yes. Alright, so, no, we're good. Number 1, question, equal to 0? Yeah. In factored form? Check it. Yeah. Step number 3 says split them up.
And then x equals 0 and 1.
Split them up and set each of them equal to 0. Now, Alan, what's the next step? So far we saw that it was equal to 0, check, factor, check, set up, we split them up, check. What's step number 4?
Set each equal to 0.
That's step number 3. What's the last one?
I don't know.
The last one was solve. So, Jay, solve it. What have we got?
Just add 1.
Add 1. Add 1.
X equals 1.
X equals 1. Now, hold on, wait, before we do this, we can say x is equal to 0 and 1. They're both right. You can put it that way, or you can say this answer and write the word and that answer. Jay, go ahead.
When you look at this, can you just say that the outside one is 0, and then the inside one is the opposite? Or
Almost
whatever?
always, but look at number 3 before we say that. Number 2. You guys, go ahead and go. I can do it in a couple seconds. So you guys, let me give you like 15.
X is 0.
Wow.
Take a second, show the work, split them
What
apart.
if you could do it?
If you think you can do it mentally, then go ahead and show me the answer and box it. But remember, even in homework, write the problem first and then your answer. Just to show me that you're thinking through it. Some people could do it mental math. That's okay.
You're the first one that's
All right, my turn. I'm showing the algebra. Josh, check the sign. Don't you get the sign right?
Yeah.
It always seems easy.
What are my final 2 answers? Now, usually I write them in order from smallest to biggest. I don't know, that's just why, but t equals -2 and 0. Johnny, make sure you let your daddy focus. 2 answers, 0 and -2, or you can write it -2, comma 0.
You prefer anyway, or is that?
I like to write it like smaller to bigger, it's just like a way to make sure you get them all, but
I cannot do that.
technically either way is okay.
Oh.
Now guys, last but not least, number 3 is just a little bit different, and yet it's
Oh,
really,
no,
really
that's
not,
easy.
because all I
That's
gotta
easy.
do is take my 2 factors and do what to them? Split them apart and set each equal to. It's the same process. Yeah, and it's already split up all nice with the parentheses, right? Some of you are starting to do mental math,
I
and
got
that's good.
you.
If you guys got 4 and 6,
Yes,
you're right.
bro.
You need to see how. Now, hold on. Remember, we're just kind of building the foundation. It's going to get a little bit trickier as we learn more
That one, it just
math
set
or
it
more
up first.
algebra.
Does one step.
But guess what? Tonight's homework, this is it, guys.
3 through 20. Oh.
Well, not section 7 4, not in the beginning. But I'm going to actually show you how it gets harder. Before we end class, because we have an extra, actually 2 minutes now, because we have 1 minute till the bell and then 1 minute after.
Oh.
Don't worry, it's not like extra. I'm going to show you homework in a second, but here's where section 7.4 is going to go on Monday. Now, guys, hold on, this is a challenge problem. Some of you can like jump there, and some of you are like, jump.
Oh! Yeah, that's 8x equals 0.
Now hold on.
Oh, I get it.
Wait. Is this in factored form or standard form? Standard form. Oh,
We have to change it to factor.
yeah.
Oh.
Let's
Good job,
change it to
Tyler.
factored first.
You just
Now,
look at
We're gonna be talking about ways to factor on Monday, but my question is, can anybody figure out who could go on the inside and who could go on the outside?
two.
On the outside.
It's like peeling off or undistributing. Something is distributed in that can come off. Aiden, Caleb, and Johnny are all staying after just for a couple more seconds. Coming back. Coming back. Can anybody figure out what could have come in and been distributed in? Another 60 seconds.
2x.
Ooh,
No,
two.
8x.
Two could come in. And I agreed something with an X, but what could have come into both pieces? Let's check it.
Yep, and then X
If
squared.
2X gets distributed into both pieces, my question is, what's a common? 2X times somebody has to be 2X squared. Who would 2X get multiplied by to be 2X squared? Just an X. 2X times somebody had to be 8X. Question, who would have been there to make it 8X?
No, 4.
A 4. Now double check, double check, double check.
And then square
We
it on
haven't learned how to do this. We're just saying, wait, does that kind of make sense as its factors? Does that make 2X squared?
Yes.
Yeah. Does that make 8X?
X equals zero.
Yeah. Now what do we do once the factors is set equal to 0?
X
Split
equals
apart.
0 and then
And we use what we're going to practice this weekend. So guys, before we get to the harder problems, we need to actually practice the math, and then on Monday we'll learn how do you go this step to factor form. So pause and wait. This weekend, you can work on test corrections,
What do they do?
and or Tuesday, remember? And or get caught up on things you're behind on, like homework or notes. One quick thing. I'm going to be here day after school. I'm here like every lunchtime. I'm here today, Monday. If you come in to ask me a test correction question, or someone in my room, a test correction question, today during lunch or after school, on Monday during lunch or after school, on your correction paper, I will sign it, and it'll be worth a bonus point on the homework grade for that assignment. Guys, get out here. I'll see you later.
Get out of here.
Caleb, thanks, Johnny.
I never liked you.
On the
Oh no, I had a no name on homework. Does anybody want to put